Chair Level Up crew. I've had a few people ask what I actually do for a job, so thought I'd put together a little video and let you fellas have a little peek in at what I do when I'm not doing level up content. So here it is, hope you enjoy. So I'm a sheep shearer in Australia. We're on the cream here today. Little crossbred lambs. These are the money for jam sheep. Easy money, easy work. So we start here on the belly. Usually the sheep will sit quite well if you just keep them comfortable. Crossies can be a little niggly, they like to jump around, they're quite excitable. There we go, we're sweeping through the crutch there. First leg. Cleaning up around the tail there, up the undermine. We do the top notch, go over up the neck there, hit the cheek, we'll go around the back of the head, and we'll drop it down into the first shoulder. There we go. Do a few short blows here, and then bang on to the long blow. There we go. Oof. So then from there we go on to the last cheek, down the neck, last shoulder, right under there, onto the last side. These little chip blows will just be catching any things I've missed on the way. There we go, last leg. Rousy's there, grabbing all the wool, so it's all clear for the next sheep. Off it goes. So yeah, start that at 7:30 every morning. Usually go until about 5 o'clock at night. Some people go a bit longer, down to 5:30. But yeah, some days you're waking up at 5 because it's an hour and a half drive to the shed there. But it's a bloody rewarding job, especially if you want to put the effort in. The good thing, the main thing I like about shearing is you're paid for the work you do. So if you want to be lazy, you get a lazy pay. If you want to work hard, that bank account's going to look pretty bloody healthy. So there we go. If you're not getting paid much, you got no one to blame but yourself usually. I kind of like that about this industry. It is a hard job though. You're working for your money. Some days you're working in 35 plus degree sheds, getting through. Sometimes the cockies don't like to get the sheep off the feed early enough, so they're falling uncomfortable for getting squashed on a full belly. So they're going, nah mate, get off me, I don't want that, I'm a bit full today. But yeah, you just have to push through and keep going, keep you cool. Yeah, there we go there, down the other side. People call that the money side, my side. So you know the money's coming. I'm by no means one of the best shearers, I'm just an average turn up everyday shearer. There's some boys there that just fly them out 30 seconds a sheep, 40 seconds a sheep. And yeah, they're on the big bucks. We call them the gun shearers. Here's all the tools a shearer needs for a day's work. This is a comb and a cutter used on the handpiece. There's one set up there, ready to go. Here's a shot of the sheep before they've been shorn. Here's after. This is them running in the yards ready to go out to the paddock for another year. So the rousies sort the wool, classers class it, and the pressers, they press it all into these bales here, which weigh about 195 kilo. So a shearer's job doesn't actually end at 5:30. That's the gear we wash. We grind it on the grinder there. And, this is me grinding a few here. I think I'm doing the combs first and then the cutters. But yeah, so you'll finish at 5:30. So you've got an hour and a half drive back. You haven't washed your gear during the day. I'm grinding at the shed in this video, but so you might finish say 5 o'clock, get back at 6:30, still got to wash and grind your gear. It'll take 20 minutes, half an hour, depends how lazy you've been I suppose. Then you got to have your feed, get everything sorted for the next day. So yeah, sometimes she's a 5 AM to 9 PM job, and you only get paid for the 7:30 to the 5, but bloody good pay if all the stuff outside here is done well. You don't want to be shearing with blunt gear, because it's a hard day. You'll blow up your tendons, the sheep's kicking because it's dragging. We've all had a bit of a haircut with old auntie there, fucking not sharpening the old clippers there. We know what that feels like, pulling on the hair. That happens to the sheep all around the body if you don't have a good cut, and yeah, she's a hard day for you and the sheep. So yeah, but I'll give you a few of my personal best. So crutching, which is just going through the bum there and just cleaning all the poos, because obviously sheep can't wipe their own arse. My best one, bung holing crossy lambs, is 1600 sheep in a day across the board. There's 400 sheep every 2 hours. So yeah, it's quite a pace. I can tell you I was buggered for the next few days after that. The old body was wrecked. This is me here grinding the cutters. So the comb, obviously self-explanatory, it combs the wool out and then the cutter cuts it. So yeah, it's all about the grind. There's a few techniques to it, but the main thing is you just want them tips sharp on the cutters, and on the comb and the cutter you want a bit of a hollow, so it's not just grinding complete steel all the way through and creating more drag. So there's quite a bit of little science in there, even with the shearing positions. So what we do is called a pattern, and yeah, it's when we start at the belly, go through the crutch, and it all connects like a puzzle. And each part of your body has a job, so your legs kind of switch between one being a pillar of support and the other one moving the sheep. Then your left hand kind of does minor adjustments, like on the head and neck, legs, things like that, and create the flat spots and smooth it out for the handpiece to go through. And obviously the right hand's holding that handpiece and steering it and guiding it all the way through the wool. And yeah, you got to have all four of those things working in unison, otherwise you cut the sheep, or the sheep will escape, or you know, you won't get a good job on the sheep at all, and you end up injuring yourself. And there are quite a few injuries in this industry, but yeah, I've been in here for 14 years, started when I was 16, crank pressing, then crutching, now shearing. So safe to say I love this industry. It's been a big part of my life, and yeah, it's taught me a lot. It's the kind of job that'll force the weakness out of you whether you want it to or not. So yeah, it's by no means easy, but it's very rewarding in itself in many ways. The shearer's life's more of a lifestyle than a job, but there you have it. Hope you enjoyed it, team.